welcome to another episode of Wandering Photography. It's been a couple of weeks since I've been out with my camera, so it's quite nice to be back out and about. Today we are at Mallard's Pike in the Forest of Dean. It's quite chilly, although not as cold today as it was yesterday. There's a bit of cloud cover today, but still a bit of ice around, so I'm going to have to be careful. Not really got anything in mind, just wanted to get a walk, get some fresh air and go out with my camera, so we'll see what we can find. Last time I came to Mallard's Pike I ended up walking up a really steep hill. I'm not quite sure how I even managed to get to the top. I'm avoiding that this time, keeping it chill, mostly flat. So we'll see how we get on, and I hope you join me on today's adventure. We currently appear to be following the Wallace and Gromit trail, which I'm not going to complain about because the new Wallace and Gromit film that came out at Easter was Christmas. We're not at Easter yet, although I have just seen Easter eggs in the supermarkets, maybe that's what it is. The new Wallace and Gromit film that came out at Christmas was very good, and I thoroughly enjoyed it, especially all the little hidden things that were in the films, in the background and stuff. It was really cool. I need to watch it again. I don't think you can really tell here, but the water is so icy, only the middle bit's really defrosted. There's still chunks of ice in there. I quite like the reflections of the grass in the water, so I'm just going to have a go with that. I've got my long lens on, so at least I don't need to get too close. We'll see what happens. Always like a good way marker. I don't know, there's something about them, isn't there, that you can be in the middle of nowhere, but then there'll be a way marker to show you where to go. Don't know if you can see them, but there's two people walking towards me with bright red coats on. Looks quite good because red and green are opposite on the colour wheel, so those colours always go well together. And then kind of matches with the oranges of the bracken and the leaves, so possibly something there, as long as they don't see me. Don't know how I managed it, but I was packing all my stuff up at Christmas to go to my parents'. Just couldn't find my walking shoes anywhere. I mean, I've been home a couple of weeks now. I've searched the entire house, all of my car. Just gone. Just can't find them. I must have left them somewhere, but I have no idea where. Fortunately, well, you will have seen my video. We met in Oxford before I went down to theirs, so bought myself some new walking shoes. Christmas present for myself, I suppose. That I wasn't anticipating. Fortunately, there was a sale on the Mountain Warehouse, and they are so waterproof. They're really good. So at least it was a positive purchase, but I still have no idea where my walking shoes have gone, which is really weird. It's going to play on my mind for a long time until I've worked out where they are. There's lots of pine cones on the tree. You can see them. Don't know why this tree is making me think of Medusa. Like, it looks like an eye, and then the bits of branches sticking out from the sides and the ivy stem coming down kind of looks like hair and maybe snakes. Gorse is flowering, which is a nice splash of yellow in the slightly dreary forest. That's quite nice. Fun fact, I'm allergic to gorse. Not dangerously so, but volunteered for the National Trust for about a year, quite a while ago. One of the things we did was cutting back the gorse, and I had a slight gap between my sleeve and my glove, and got quite a lot of lumps on my arms because of it. So that was interesting, although antihistamine got rid of it fairly quickly, so at least there was that. Quite like the layers of the sort of bright green trees and then the very tall dark trees behind. See if I can do something close up. So it's just the layers of the tops of the trees. Funny little stump there that really stands out against the trees, so definitely want to take a photo of that one. It's kind of weird, I always think that well, the Forest of Dean is loads of trees and nature. You'd think there'd be loads of wildlife. Don't really see any, and even like I just stood for a minute and listened, and you can't really hear any birds. In fact, I can still hear road traffic. It's just can't seem to get away from these days. But yeah, I just expect there to be loads of birds sort of flitting around and being busy. I know it's winter now, so maybe not quite so much, but I've been walking in the forest for a couple of years now, and it still surprises me how little I see. Maybe I'm too noisy. Maybe they will run away before I get there. They see me with my camera and they hide, which wouldn't surprise me. Should be interesting. There's a lot of branches and debris on the ground, and looks like this tree has come down. I don't know if that's from the storms we've had. They've been quite violent, so wow, that's proper snapped off. Look at the end of that. I think there's a... Look at that. Cool. Well, if there's no one here to hear it, did it make a sound? That's the question. I was just looking at how tall and straight up the trees are, and I was watching Secret Genius of Plants on BBC the other day, and it was really interesting because they were showing how plants just always know which way is upright and they always grow up. They thought the original theory was because the sun is up, they grow towards the sun, which would make sense. But then they put them in an environment where the light was coming from all around, and they still grew upright. And then they'd tilt the pot to the side, and the plant would still, within, I can't remember which plant they were using, but it was pointing sideways, and within a day it had already gone upwards, which is just insane. And I think they were testing it with gravity and playing around with that as well. It was really interesting. Now there's long-tailed tits. Shh, don't scare them away. That was so good. They were literally right there, and then one of them flew really close up to me. I think I got some good photos. I love long-tailed tits. They're just like little fluff balls. They're so cute. Right, I think we're halfway back. The sun is definitely coming down, so I've done my usual trick of faffing around for too long, but I reckon I've got another 45 minutes before the sun gets properly down, so we should be alright. That light. Oh, ignore that dust spot on my lens. Oh, that light is just gorgeous. That's what you call golden hour. I need to try and find a photo, but I'm not sure what. I quite like the light on the edge of the trees. And I'll wipe my lens off before I come back to you as well. That dust spot's really annoying. Could call it a fairy. I think we're pretty much there. Oh, I feel much better from being outside and moving a bit and taking some photos. Always makes me feel better. We've had quite a chatty one today, haven't we? I do enjoy doing the sort of street style photography and the architecture photography, especially during the winter. More interest for me. But I'm definitely not comfortable enough chatting to you guys whilst I'm in the middle of a city or a town or something, so it's quite nice being in the middle of nowhere and there's no one around to hear me wittering away, so a bit less embarrassing. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed our little adventure today. It's been nice to be in the Forest of Dean again and having a bit of a wander around. If you have enjoyed, then please do subscribe. Also, be a good idea to subscribe because I have some very exciting things coming up soon. Got a little holiday planned, which I'm very excited and slightly terrified about because it's my first time going abroad on my own. So I'm not venturing very far, but still abroad on my own, so I'm sure it'll be fine. But there will definitely be a lot of photography, so I reckon I'll be making a couple of videos from that. Put your guesses down in the comments as to where I'm going. See who gets it right. But yeah, if you stay subscribed and if you hit the notification bell, then you'll be told when I upload my next video. It's every Friday at 11 AM. Anyway, if you have enjoyed, please hit the like button and hope to see you all again soon. Bye!